I'm live. I'm here. No one else is, but I am. So if you I don't know why I'm sending out this message. I was about to say if you out there, come see me, but how would you know without already coming to see me? Doesn't make sense. Hey, Danielle Stewart. I'm doing well. How are you? How are things? How's it going? How's your family now? Let me pull it up on this other phone. Exquisite, is that you, sis? What's going on? Y'all ain't celebrating the holiday? Or maybe you are. I don't know. Let me not make assumptions. How are things? How y'all doing? I wasn't expecting. Look like we got 7 people in the chat. Well, one of them is me. But still. Not in the chat, in the live. Hey, Adam Christopher, what's going on? How are you? How's your blessed day going? I'm hiding out. I'm doing my best not to have to suffer. So I am in a secluded area in the church that's connected to my great-grandparents' house. Well, praise the Lord, Aaron. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Nichelle, Heifer, we got beef. Because I told you to put that review out, and you didn't. So now I'm giving you the Monique fingers, because we got beef. Let's see here. What does this say? What does this say? Hold on. I got things going on. Okay, hey RC. Hey Alan, what's going on? Well, my grandparents built a church. Well, they had a house, a very large home, and they built. Okay, so the majority of the house they turned into a church, and then they built a house on the side of the church that used to be a house that they turned into a church. So their house is connected to a church. Long story short, they in the house about to have Easter dinner and or lunch, and celebrate my grandfather's 95th birthday. But I don't like them people, so I'm sitting over here in the church. It's actually just like one of these little office rooms. It used to be their bedroom. No, this used to be the kitchen. I'm in the old kitchen. Y'all don't care. Nichelle, you didn't quit. You didn't. Period. I don't. Period. Happy Easter, Alan. Ooh, hold on, let me reposition. I got Kama Sutra legs down here. My legs are bent up in all sorts of different. Can I say that at the church? Probably can't. Octavius Cooper. Oh, thank you. I love you too. I love you as well. My Easter is all right. I didn't go to service this morning because I disagree with Easter service more than any other service. I just don't like to go and recount the way the Lord died. You go to black church on Easter Sunday and they get up there and they tell you they whooped him, they beat him, they stabbed him, they hung him up there. The crows and the vultures got to him. It's like, dang. We can't just say that he passed away peacefully for our sins. Hold on, my mama asking me where I'm hiding. Cause she know me. She know I go missing. It's just a lot of people that don't really like me and don't check on me, but when they see me, they want to be in my business. I don't do a lot of that. But yeah, I just don't. You go to the, you watch the white church on the Word Network or whatever network the white people have, TBN or whatever, and that just simply say, "Our Lord Jesus died for our sins. He died," and then they go right into He has risen and praise God. The black church be like, Lord, He had to walk 500 miles and 500 more just to be the man to get up on the cross. He had to climb the cross all by himself. And then they stabbed him and stuck him with the thorns and they had and pierced his side and they nailed him on the cross. And I just be like, dang, dang, do it take all that? We get it. We understand. They've been telling us this story since, at least me, they've been telling me this story since I was an embryo. I was born right after Easter. My birthday is, in May. They was telling, my fetus. Like, it don't take all this. Is it your mom's side of the family? When I say my family, it is 98% always gonna be my mom's side of the family. If I'm talking about my dad's side of the family, I'm probably only talking about my father and my siblings, or my siblings. But I don't talk trash about my siblings because they're children. They ain't never done that to me. They 14. Let's see. They're trying to get across how much we are loved. I understand. But honestly, if the Lord had agreed to, go into hospice care and pass, or if they just took him off of the ventilator, took him off life support, I would understand that he chose to die for my sins. We don't have to do that. I feel like they should have two services. See, my church only has one service. They should have two services. One for those who want to hear the bloody, gory, details. And then one where they just flower it over and say, our Lord died. May he rest. Real quick. Glad I'm live. Oh, well, thank you, Matthew. I need a peaceful corner of YT to exist. Listen. It was last night. I was on YouTube like, oh, well, let me, take a break from watching Frasier. I watch Frasier. That's my emotional support television show. I turn on Frasier every night. Let me take a break from watching Frasier and see what the YouTube girls are talking about. Let me, click into some videos, leave my, 3 purple hearts, let the girls know I was here or whatever. Every video, I'm subscribed to like 200 people. Obviously not all 200 uploaded last night, but I want to say a good 50 or 60 videos were uploaded last night involving other YouTubers and beef. And I'm like, I hate this. And I really want to unsubscribe until it's over, but I'm not going to know when it's over if I unsubscribe. And all of these people, most of these people are like people that I have had conversation with, like, your leg of the beef. I've had conversation with you. I've had conversation with her. You know who her is. I'm talking to Matthew. S. Hutchinson, Lady Nika, like everybody. And Lady Nika ain't really beefing, but her name keeps getting called. And it's like, dang, these are people that I have spoken to. These are people, that I feel like I'm their niece. And it just feels like all my family is fighting right now. And I hate it. Let's see. I barely know my mom's family and my dad's family. Super holy. I'm stuck. Oof. Honey, you see I'm in a church right now. Honey, the saints. My great-grandfather, whose birthday was the 17th, and we're celebrating, he's a bishop. He's a bishop in the Kojic church. His daughter has been a pastor. She's now assistant pastor at the church he founded over here. She preaches all international, honey. She done been to Aruba ministering to the people in Jamaica, honey, and everywhere, child. Her daughter, my mother, is the music girl. She does all the choirs and the international music department and all of that. And then there's me. It's just, here I am. Let's see. I stay out of the YouTube beefs and keep to myself. I try to do the same. I do the same. I'm just really worried that somebody's gonna call my name out, and I don't know why I'm worried, because ain't nothing anybody gonna do to me, but I just don't want that kind of attention because I'm not putting out that kind of, energy. So I don't even, on these videos, these beef videos, I don't comment. Even if I do click the link or click the video or whatever, I don't say nothing because I don't want it to look like I'm co-signing anything or anything like that. So let's see. He got up. He did. He did get up. You at work, JQ? Jesus has risen. He didn't die for you to go to work. Auntie Pam and Shelly called a truce. That's progress. It's progress, but this ain't the first truce that has, turned into some more. I'm hoping it stays that way, but this is not the first truce. There have been several truces in the last month or two. So there was a huge peace summit thing going on. Well, praise God for that, which I don't think will last past tonight. Can we at least get along on Easter? At least. You have beautiful hair. Why don't you wear it down more often? Because I'm the only one styling it. And I have naturally, you can see it's very frizzy and it's very light. My hair is strawberry blonde. I don't know if you can catch it. But I got a little, my rubber band falling out. I got a little, it's braided back into two. Well, it's individual braids, and then it's braided back into two, and then it's pulled back into one ponytail. But anyway, my hair it's very, my family calls it sandy. It's that Louisiana, that red strawberry blonde hair that can look very dry and dusty. And I just don't, it's moisturized. It's not dry at all. But I don't be feeling like dealing with people all in there. People put their hands in your head and they be like, oh, it's not as dry as I thought. I don't feel like all that. So I just braid it up mostly. And also every time I straighten my hair to wear it down or whatever, it rains. If I'm wearing my natural hair down, it gets so tangled because my coils, honey, they tangle, Lord. It's a mess. But yeah, that's pretty much why. Let's see. Milo, what's up? How's it going? I was afraid you would get looped into it. Well, I'm not really worried about a beef because, again, there's nothing anybody can say about me. I don't bother nobody. I sit over here, I do these little reviews that don't nobody watch, and go on about my day. So it's not, if they try to call me out and nobody has receipts on me, ain't nobody gonna leak recordings of me on the phone. The last YouTuber I talked to was Nichelle, and we was talking about something completely unrelated to YouTube. So it's not like I don't get on the phone with other YouTubers or on text message or direct message or anything like that and be like, girl, let me tell you how I feel about, because I don't care. I don't care. Either I rock with you or I don't. Period. Either I watch your channel or I don't. It's not gonna be, well, I'm subscribed to her and I'm sending folks over there, but I really don't feel like I like her. It's never that. It's never that. So if I get looped in, the only thing would be it would get on my nerves because people probably would be commenting a lot under my stuff, and people comment the craziest stuff to me. So that's the only thing that would bug me. But can't nobody check me. Can't nobody say nothing to me because I'm not doing anything. Let's see. Somebody bring you in it and they're going to have to deal with me in my mouth. Again, if somebody wants to bring me into something, there would be no reason to do it. But I got a very slick mouth. Honey, I can put things together and drag the girls if I need to. Delisa Smith, hey, how's it going? Since you review Empire and Jesse will apparently be on next season, do you think the show is still over? I kind of stopped reviewing Empire because it got stupid. But if the show continues, that's fine. If it don't, that's fine. I don't even care. Do I think it's going off? I don't think so, because that's Fox has to have stuff to bring the black people in. They canceled, Lil Rel's TV show, so they got to have something to bring the black people. So Empire, Star, them situations, they're gonna have to keep, or they're gonna have to bring in something else. Let's see. Where'd you get your necklace? This crystal. I actually bought the crystal just as a crystal. And I went to Walmart and got some jewelry wire and wrapped it around. Went to Michael's and got this little cord and put it in there. I made it myself. Nothing special. Let's see. Your clapback game strong. It's not even really. I don't consider it really even clapping back. It's just hitting people with logic. They say illogical things, and I come back with a bit of logic. The Saints were pressed about your Kim Burrell video, and still are. They're still very upset. And these are the same Saints that Kim Burrell said after she fell in her $1,800 boots that, she said, the Saints are wrapped in swaddling clothing and I'm having to hang up minks. She don't like the Saints. They riding for her, and she don't care nothing about them, but whatever. Me being at work today is my punishment for the sins I committed yesterday. These text messages are outrageous. Well, listen, don't get called into no beef, because they going to leak your text. Your Kim Burrell video went big. It did way more numbers than I thought it would. I have told y'all before, when I do these videos, I do them for the people that are subscribed to me. I know a lot of people are trying to gain subscribers, and we all want to gain subscribers, but I don't do videos with the mindset. Sorry, they praying. Amen. All right. I ain't want to be talking while they was praying. I know they can't hear me, but it's rude. But yeah, I don't do videos with the mindset that, this is gonna give me X amount of followers or X amount of views. It's like, y'all asked me how I felt about Kim Burrell. Y'all know I have a beef. I have a beefy bone to pick with her, and I did my video. Some folks agreed, some folks disagreed, but it went all over the place. And I truly didn't expect it, but I feel the same way about that Giovanni Jackson video. It's got 70,000 views, and I'm like, over Giovanni Jackson? Why? Me sitting there in my green t-shirt and my pink hair rag talking about Giovanni Jackson got 70,000. It doesn't make sense, but I don't think I will ever understand YouTube's algorithms. I don't know. Happy Easter, Kieran. Happy Easter. One's got to go, Easter, Christmas, or your birthday. Well, Easter and Christmas are the same thing to me. Except Easter is a little bit more on my nerves because, they talk about how they whipped them and beat them and stabbed them and locked him in a room and filleted his skin. I don't know. They do too much. But then Christmas is terrible because for a solid 2 to 3 months, depending, you have to hear the music. And honestly, I think I could deal with sitting for, 3 hours or so because it's black church and having to hear how they murdered our Lord and Savior. Yeah, I'd rather do that than sit for 3 months and have to hear, dashing through the snow and that rapey baby is cold outside. All of that. Christmas gotta go. My birthday can go too, really, because I never have a good time. People on YouTube record your videos, take screenshots. Scary. Well, I'm, again, not doing nothing over here, so it's strange, but People are weird. People are very strange. I saw somebody posting on Twitter that their dog passed away, and people on Twitter were commenting like, "Stan my fave, Stan, K-pop artists, blah blah blah." And it's like, this is not the time for you to promote your fave. This is not the time. Whatever. Why they mad though? You've met the lady and they have not. I had somebody comment and say they've met her, and I've had a couple people actually. I've had, I think, two people comment and say they've met her. One said in a very respectful message, "I met her, and she was very pleasant to me, and that's nice. I don't want her to be mean to people. I would very much prefer her be nice when she meets people, but more often than not, she's not." But one guy, I told him I met Kim Burrell, blah blah blah, and he was like, "No, you haven't." I was like, I was at her debut album recording, and he commented back asking me, "Well, who was on the drums? Who was on the keys?" Sir, I was 6 years old. I don't know. That was 2001. I don't know. And he commented talking about, I'm a drummer and I was there. Were you on the drums? Maybe it was you. I don't care. I said what I said. And I never told anybody that they shouldn't like Kim Burrell. I said, if you're a saint and you're still riding with her after all the messy things she said, that you're not saved, you're messy. But I ain't say everybody should hate Kim Burrell. Never did. Let's see. How many folks are in there? I don't have a number for you. My mama, my great-grandparents, my auntie, my uncle, his wife, probably their daughter, his mother-in-law, my other uncle. Probably like 12, 13, something like that. My cousins over there, whatever. We don't have a huge family. Let's see. The Giovanni video was last year and it's at 70K. Yes. Yeah. I think it's coming up on 2 years this summer. But again, it was me in my house clothes, my sleep clothes. I was sick. And I saw Giovanni do an interview, and I just got up and went to the car and did the video and got back in the bed and went to sleep. And woke up and, it had like a couple thousand views at that point. It was like, when I woke up the next day, it was like at 1,000, maybe 2,000. Now it's at 70. And I have no idea why. I couldn't tell you. The Christmas music I can deal with is Charlie Brown Christmas music, mostly because it's a mature jazz album. Right, that's not even really Christmas music. That's those are bops. That's just a good record. I can deal with like Etta James, and Ella Fitzgerald, and like the Jane Russell, and like the girls singing Cole Porter and Gershwin. I love me some Gershwin. But honey, Katy Perry get on the record talking about, I kissed a reindeer and I liked it, or whatever she be talking about. I can't do it. I can't. Poor Giovanni had to deal with not having a close family. Sometimes children pay for their parents' sins. I'm not gonna say most of us, a lot of us have had to deal with not being close to our father's side of the family, or even our mother's side of the family. A lot of us. It doesn't mean that you get on TV and you start spilling tea about your super famous siblings. Like, that ain't it. That's just not it, in my opinion. But again, I never told anybody that they shouldn't like Giovanni. Cara Major, hello. I've been fine, and I've been right here. I took a little 3-month something. It's a torture session, and I was going through. I still ain't talked to y'all about that. It was horrible. But yeah, I've been here for like coming up on 2 months now. I've been around. He really expects you to know who was on drums that day. I mean, even if I weren't a 6-year-old child, like, would I remember that? I could ask my mama. She was in her 30s. I doubt she remembers. As long as you still living to see your birthday, that's all that matters. Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. They be the same every year. We don't have to keep having them. Not saying that I need to die, but they ain't special. I've been in Big Back Burrell's presence once, and she wasn't the nicest. We let it slide because she sang the Potter's House down that day. She sings down most of the places she resides. It's just her attitude, and I let her slide a couple times. I let her slide a few times, just like Dennis Christopher Brigham's or Bigham's from Sunday Best. Let her slide that one year, and then when he came back, she was still acting a fool, and he cussed her out on the TV. Like, we give her chances. We give her, opportunity. The card setting is unique. Is there a particular reason why you chose it? Yes. Thank you for asking. When I started doing videos on this channel, because I had another channel, but girl, don't go looking for it, honey. I was I was a child. Don't do that to yourself. But when I started this channel, my mother had very recently gotten married, and we just moved into a house with her husband, his son, and his mom, and we still live there. It's what we have right now. And I'm a very to myself type of person. I'm an introvert to the core, which is why I'm over here and they over there right now eating. I'm starving myself for the sake of introversion. But when I first started the channel, I didn't want to disturb anybody or be too loud making my videos, so I'd just go out to the car and do them, and it just stuck. I started doing the quad that was on BET. I think that was my first video. And here we are today, doing whatever I'm doing now. I was supposed to talk about love and hip hop, but I can't get with black hypocrisy. I'm tired of her. Let's see. There's an opening at Fuller House for season 5. To act or to write? Because I don't think I'm white passing. I don't think I could be a member of the Tanner family. Unless they had a black relative that, a black in-law. Now that I'm thinking, I shouldn't have let her slide. She wasn't even supposed to be there, but CeCe Winans ain't show up. Oh, CeCe is good. I wish you would have got to see CeCe. We love CeCe. And I love her daughter, her sister, Deborah Joy, over there on Greenleaf. I know Charity gets on your nerves, but I love her. Did you see that Lifetime is doing a movie about the Clark sisters? Denise is not happy. And that's why I haven't done my video about Denise's interview, because I'm waiting for that Lifetime movie to come out, and then I'm going to compile all those feelings into one big video. I'm going to talk about the movie, and I'm going to talk about Denise all in one. I don't know when the movie's coming out, but I can't wait. Kiara's playing, I think she's playing her mom. And the other girls that they got, the one that's playing Twinkie looked just like Twinkie. I said, do Jesus. Do Lord. Do remember me. Are you a loner? Very much so. Which is why I'm alone. Except I got my great granddaddy over my shoulder. Oh wait, no, that's presiding bishop. Charles Harrison Mason. I think only Aaron will understand why that was funny. I'm sitting here trying to remember this my granddad, and he's not. To act. Are they hiring nigresses? I'm a nigress. Yeah, but yeah, I'm a loner. I have my sister. I hang out with her every 6 to 12 to 24 to 36 months. I might go out on a date. Maybe. Hey, Von D, what's going on? I mean, you could be that last season edition that came out of nowhere. If they bring back Journey Smollett's character, as you know, had it had Michelle had her black school friends, Journey Smollett and Taj Mowry. If they bring back Journey Smollett's character, I might could play her daughter. I might could. I also might could play her sister. We don't, depending on if they've aged. I mean, I know Mary Kate and Ashley haven't been on the show, but if they've aged accordingly, I could probably play her sister. But one too many black people on Full House. If Charity doesn't get hit by a bus this season, I want Greenleaf canceled. No. No, we love Charity. By we, I mean me, and sometimes my mama. But she had me tickled when she was high. I want her to get addicted to drugs. Because I was tickled when she was in there and had took all them pills and she punched that vending machine and was bleeding and eating her whatchamacallit and just looking like, oh, girl, I'm bleeding. That was everything. Everything. Has anyone ever told you that you remind them of Raven-Symoné? Since the day that I've given a face. I can imagine if they had 4D ultrasounds back when I was a fetus, they would have done the ultrasound and said, instead of saying it's a girl or it's a boy, they would have said it's a raven. I auditioned when I was but a wee child to be on That's So Raven and didn't get the role because I was supposed to be playing Raven's boyfriend's sister. I didn't get that role because I looked too much like Raven. Since the day of my conception, I'm sure that someone somewhere said, that sperm looks like Raven. And that sperm was me. Like, it's been happening all my life. And it used to make me mad because, of course, as a child, you don't really want to hear you look like somebody else. You know, I'm me. I'm individual. Now it makes me sad because it's like, dang, I really didn't get a job because I look like this heifer. Like, write me in as her cousin or her sister and let me start making Raven checks too. The ghetto. But yes, I've been hearing that for quite a while. Nothing wrong with being alone. I would hope not, honey, because I am her. I am. What was the car that you always ran into in your car videos? Toyota Camrys. I have a grudge. I'm holding that grudge till the day I die. Toyota Camrys are trash. If you drive a Toyota Camry, I'm so sorry to hear that. I can't stand them. Every time I'm driving and I'm behind one, they're going 30 miles below the speed limit, and it gets on my nerves. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest. Hey, Krishan, you did. You finally caught me. I'm here, just celebrating Easter with y'all. I was about to say the girls, but we got some straight guys in here too, so y'all. My mama told me I can't call everybody the girls no more, so I'm trying to do better. What car isn't on your bad side? Any car that gets on by, honey. I don't need you pulling out in front of me going slow and all of that. You know, all of that gets on my nerves. I don't care if I did this one already, but one's got to go. Beyoncé, Kelly, Michelle. You already know who I'm going to choose. And it's no beef. It's no shade. In the last 2 or so years, Michelle has not given me a bop. Kelly has given me Kelly, which is a bop. Beyoncé has given me... She's just blessed me, honey. She's given me above and beyond. Say, which should be the title of her next album, Above and Beyonce. And if she names it that, I would like my royalties. I'd like them. I want to feel sorry for Michelle, but her doing that reality show made me mad. I didn't even watch it. Because I first of all, it was on OWN. Any reality show on OWN, I'm not gonna watch. My mama's gonna love it. She's still watching the Book of John Gray. I just already knew, number one, she's marrying this white man. Okay. Number two, she's letting us know in abundance that she's marrying this white man. She's telling us over and over that, marrying someone with cultural differences and marrying someone with a different background than I and marrying someone, it's like, okay, girl, he's white. He's white. We see him. You know, we thought he might have had a little flavor, but you made it very clear that this is a white man. And then he's a pastor or a preacher or something, and they talking about how they celibate. And it went from marrying this white man to not having sex with my, fiance feels this way. And since we're not having sex, blah, blah, blah. And, we're not having sex. It's like, girl, okay, we get it, Michelle. We get it. We saw you at the Super Bowl try to do the booty pop and you couldn't. We saw you at Coachella try to do the, say my name. Duh. Boom, boom. We saw you do the boom, boom, and it wasn't it. We saw. We know you don't you don't have the skills, girl. We know. Miss. I still think he's black. He got to be something. He's something. He's flavored. He might not be milk. He probably is vanilla milk. Milk with just a little something else in it. He's not chocolate milk and he ain't strawberry. He's vanilla milk. Kelly is a bop, and I don't really hear it on the radio like that. It's sad because Kelly makes great music. I don't listen to the radio, so this is my first finding out that it's not on the radio. That is depressing, because that is a bop, and that's a radio bop. That's something that, as you driving down the street, you playing it on your way to, work, class, wherever. That's a good radio hit. Dang it. Somebody get Kelly on the radio. What would be 3 questions you'd ask Thumb Braxton if you were locked in a room with her? Where's your hair? When are you growing it back? And are you taking wig donations? I think that's it. I don't have a lot of questions for Tamar because she puts all her business out there. She puts her perspective of her business out there because she told us her man was fine, and if he's fine to her, then he's fine. But to the rest of us, I would probably ask her what makes her think she should act like she does as well. That's a good question for her. Michelle gives me the personality of an open soda flat. Come on, Fanta. I don't want no Fanta. They go flat too quick. Oh, you said Fantasia. Same thing. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I think she's just a church girl who was very uncomfortable in doing secular music, but they kept her around because they didn't feel like changing out the girls no more. And this is where we are. Her isolation skills are lacking. Isolate the hips, girl. Well, Michelle is one long drink of water. Her body, and I don't like to critique women's bodies, but when you're looking at it from a form of dance, most of her body moves together. Her limbs operate individually, but the rest of her body moves as one piece. She's like a string bean with legs and arms. So, like you said, the isolation skills she doesn't have. She doesn't have. She can't give you the boom boom. She can't. You asked Tamar, where's your head? I fell out laughing. I just need to know. I need to know. I'm shocked every time I see her. She pops up on the screen and I'm like, oh, she's still looking like that. Okay. All right, that's still there. She's still here. It bothers me. Avery Wilson said my name in his live the other day and I made him laugh. I'm planning the wedding now, you coming? I will attend. I'll attend. I won't sing because he got that covered. But I'll be there, sure. I'll be there. I'll be there. I thought I saw somebody coming around the mountain. I was finna say, don't sneak up on me. I don't like that. But yes, I'll show up. Anywho, just call my name and I'll be there. Had to change the key. But that's all right. You do what you have to do. You know? Don't let the girls tell you you can't change the key if you want to change the key. You find your key and you sing it. I have perfect pitch, baby. If the Nigerian likes the bald head, let him have it. Period. They can have each other. He got enough hair for both of them. He got locks, so he could just lift his lock and put it on top of her head. You know how the girls do. Lettucey cut her locks and her little afro is beautiful. It is beautiful. She looks so cute. She looks younger to me with the afro. She looks like she on her way to preschool. She looks like a baby. But it's cute. It's really cute. And it wasn't really a big surprise to me. I think seeing Lettucey and Selma as Mahalia Jackson with the wig on kind of took me out of the shock of seeing Lettucey without locks. But yeah. Do you consider yourself to be an alto? I consider myself to be an alto. My voice considers itself a soprano, but I told her don't do that. Because it's work. It's work. I sing best soprano. But I'm in my heart. I really want to be Toni Braxton. So I was thinking about starting smoking or something, figuring out how to get my voice down there. Because singing with Tamar, it don't bless me. Lazy soprano. There it is. That's it. I just don't want to do the work. Iyanla said you have to do your work, and I said I really don't. I really don't. But you know, I can do alto fairly well. I can sing tenor. I just when you start getting into the bass and baritone notes, honey, you lose me. You lose me. You can see me between the altos and the tenors because I can switch it up. I can sing all three parts, but my voice is most comfortable doing soprano. Unfortunately, because I want to sing those Toni Braxton, Jasmine Sullivan, Layla Hathaway, Anita Baker notes. I wanna. I try. I try so hard, but it's not what I've been given. It's not what I have. And for what I have, I am grateful. Anywho, and Toni ain't nobody soprano. She's not. She's not, auntie. She's not. Like that help on the Kimberell video. She's not. But she can sing all three as well. She just sings her best, her good singing. She sings down at the bottom down there. She gets down there, as my mama said, swing her feet. But Toni's range, she has a lot of range. She has the range. She has the range. Beyonce also has the range, and we're not gonna dwell on it too long, because the girls love to do the whole she's overrated thing, and I don't feel like hearing that. But she has range. Toni, Beyonce, Jasmine Sullivan, I think are my range icons, because I think Jasmine has more range than all the girls. That heifer sings. She sings. I heard Kimberell was mad at Jasmine Sullivan for trying to sound like her. The thing about it is, the quality of Jasmine's voice just naturally sounds like Kimberell's. I know Kimberell was a big influence on her, but you cannot influence the quality of someone's voice. She probably was drawn to Kimberell because of the quality of their voices, but whatever. Them folks ain't came a looking yet. My mama texted me and asked where I was, and I told her, and she said, Kay. So my uncle saw me in here before I started the live. He came through, but we don't like each other, so it was just like, hey, how you doing? Just a real dry. I almost threw this computer at a coworker for saying that Beyonce isn't a legend or legendary. They're delusional. Mariah scary. Now we don't have to do Mariah. We don't have to do Mariah. Mariah's legendary as well. I'm a big Mariah girl. I'm a big lamb. Now behold the lamb, the precious lamb of Mariah. But there's I, there's no need to. I don't see people. I don't understand people who only stand one person. I stand Beyonce. I could never stand for anybody else. Yeah, you can. I stand for Beyonce, Jasmine Sullivan, Toni Braxton, Yo Yo, Brandy, Queen Latifah. Like, girl, India Irie on occasion when she not telling me to shave my head and be ashy and don't put on deodorant. Sometimes I'd be like, that heifer, she brought her good singing today. Whitney Houston was really an alto, but she had a high range when she sang with Sissy and she was singing alto. Yeah, yeah, I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite. I'm a soprano, but I sang alto most of the time. Now, when my grandmother and my mother and I are harmonizing, I always take soprano, and they fight over who gonna be alto and tenor. Really, my mama's a tenor at this point because she has developed that. My grandma is a soprano too. I don't know why she be trying to sing low, but she does her best. She's more of a soprano than I am, honey. She's up there. Mariah Carey, before that flop album that came in 2014, is a legend. You won't do me, I am Mariah, the elusive chanteuse like that. You won't. You won't. Go listen to Supernatural one more time before you just deem it a flop. Go listen to Supernatural and listen to not only Mariah's voice, but Monroe's voice. Monroe was on there singing. Monroe brought her good singing. She pulled her singing out of her purse, put it in her throat, gave it one of these, and a ahem. And she sang, I don't know what she was singing, it was baby language, but she sang down. That and Dedication, or Dedicated, I think it is, with Nas. Cry? How you say the album flop and it got Cry on it? How? Where? Child. I'm going to stand for anyone with a good attitude and great vocals. And Carrie Hilson. You didn't have to separate her like that. She has a good attitude. And she can sing. Now, she... Mm-mm. Nope. My lips are sealed. I love Carrie, and I'm waiting on her next project. I heard her say something about an album now. Don't fool me. That was funny when the guy with the threads had to get with Kim Burrell for the dreads had to get with Kim Burrell for laughing at him on Sunday's Best. Yeah, we're Facebook friends, me and Dennis. I saw him and I identified. I said, yes, you are my kind of person. Because there's absolutely no way I'm up here singing and trying to, get on a competition to better my life. And you laughing and cackling and you and Donisha Miss Clerkin over here talking about, what OPI nail polishes are the best or whatever y'all talking about. It got on my nerves. And I agreed with him wholeheartedly. And I did a video about it. Because people think I'm new to like dragging Kim Burrell. I've been dragging Kim Burrell for 6-7 years. Tasha K called hell for saying Aaliyah couldn't sing. She took that post down quick. Why? What was her reason for saying it? What was her reason? Aaliyah had a very beautiful voice. And even if she didn't, if Aaliyah sounded like, what I imagine Robin Roberts sounds like, in the morning. See, y'all get me on these lives and I act up. I act up and I get snatched up. Hit song written by Lil Yachty. Aaliyah, even if she sounded bad, like, she's been dead for nearly 20 years. What's the point? What's the point? Happy Easter, blessed and grateful. He has risen. I can't give y'all too much. It's an echo in this room, so if I mess up, y'all gonna hear it and hear it again. I can't. How they carrying on between Kim and Donnie was totally unnecessary. It was. It was super unnecessary. I didn't like Kim on that show. I didn't like Donnie on that show. And I didn't like Tina Campbell from Mary Mary on that show. And what do you know? I don't like them in real life either. They all are. Donnie the least of all, but he had some attitudes on Sunday's Best that I couldn't get behind. And then all that gay bashing and sweetie, Donnie, honey, that's what I don't understand. Kim Burrell does all that gay bashing, but she good girlfriends with the gays. She's on Frank Ocean's album. She and Donnie McClurkin go get mani-pedis all the time. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Let's see. Tasha K just sighed. She does what they pay her to do, and she has a couple 100,000 subscribers, so that's what they want. I can't even be mad at her, because I started watching her when she had like 80,000 subscribers or something like that, and she wasn't as messy. As her subscribership goes up, she gets more messy. She's feeding into what they want. She knows that the more she acts like this, the more subscribers she's gonna gain. I personally don't have that willpower. I'm probably gonna lose 100 or so subscribers just because I'm not dragging the saints in all these videos, because I got 300 subscribers off that Kim Burrell video, and you know, they're not watching my other videos. They're not on this live right now. I mean, a couple of them might be, but 300 of them ain't. So it's like they saw me dragging Kim Burrell and they probably think that's what my channel is about. And when they find out that it's not, they're gonna, you know, disappear. It be like that. Ebbs and flows. The new judges for the new Sunday Best are Erica Campbell, Jonathan McReynolds, Kelly Price. You just put the worst taste in my mouth. I was like, okay, Erica Campbell, I like her. You know, out of Mary and Mary, she's the Mary I can do. And I've met Mary too. They were pleasant. They were not. They weren't trash. I just think Tina got a lot wrong with her. Tina got a lot wrong with her. When she was trying to tell the girls to vote for Trump and all that, she was doing too much. She was doing too much. I did a video about that too. But yeah, I can do Erica. Jonathan McReynolds hasn't really been around long enough, in my opinion, to judge a singing competition. But whatever, she can do what she want to do. Her voice is so high, girl. I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord. Like, girl, Jonathan, bring it. Come on down. And Kelly Price, why is she on a church-related, a gospel-related anything? I know she sang gospel from time to time. She's on the hit song, God's favor is more precious than life, and sang down. She was singing down. She grew up in the church and all of that, but she has very similar energy to the heifers before her, the Nene Leakes and the Kim Burrells. It's something about Kim, Nene, Kelly Price, and sometimes Wendy Williams. They have a similar energy. They go in and out of each other's energy, and I don't like it. Kelly Price just turned me off after R&B Divas LA. Yeah. When she sat across that table from Lil Mo, who I also don't really see it for, and had those shades on her face, and Lil Mo was telling her, as a younger sister to you, you hurt me. You know, you did these things to me. And she was just sitting there looking like Nene be looking at the reunions. And then she clapped her hands and called her husband's name. Jeffrey Roll, come on, because I got to go, because I'm booked and I got to... It was so gross. She's so gross. She's gross. I didn't really realize that Nicki Gilbert from Brownstone was gross. Angie Stone ended up being gross. R&B Divas just turned me off from a lot of people. A lot. So about that City Girls video with Cardi, I looked at it and was like, huh. You talking about, well, they only got one song with Cardi. I was looking at that video, trying to figure out why they had this mural on the wall with JT's face on it like she's dead. She's not dead, she's in prison. She's not deceased. She getting out next year. If the Lord say the same, she's getting out. What did they have her? They have her face on the wall, and the girls shaking their behinds, doing it for Lil Saint. Like, what's going on? She's not dead. She's in jail. Period. You better quote the psalmist, City Girls. Listen, the psalmist Lil Yachty said what he said. Let's break down these judges. Erica, okay, sis, second lead vocalist. Erica is a successful solo artist. Jonathan, go ahead, sis. Fill your purse. Kelly, oh, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Kelly Price couldn't judge me on anything. She couldn't, because I have such a slick mouth and a bad attitude. I would get on there and be singing my heart out, and she would say, well, you were a little flat on that second verse. And I would say, well, Kelly, your butt is huge. You're shaped incorrectly, and your attitude is ugly. What are we going to do about both? I'm going to work on my notes. Are you going to the gym? And see, that's why I can't do these things. My mom would be like, you need to go on American Idol. Girl, I cuss Lionel Richie out. Don't don't do that. Don't have me up there cussing out legends. Don't. Especially Katy Perry. I get her right together. I realize it now with my subscribers. You stop talking about something, they drop. Talk about the things they like, it goes up. Yeah, honestly, you need to be messy to have in black YouTube. You need to be kind of messy, or you need to be stunningly beautiful, which I am, obviously, but I don't, I got this hat on and I'm dressed down. I don't dress up for y'all. Y'all my kin people. Ain't no reason to get cute for y'all. Stunningly beautiful, messy, and or can sing. And I don't do cover videos. I don't sing all these songs. I talk about gossip, but I don't do it in a real messy way, because I don't care about most of it. And again, I don't get cute for y'all. So, whatever. Let's see. Lil Mo's wigs. Lil Mo's wig life deteriorated before our very eyes. She didn't start off on the first season of R&B Divas LA looking like that. But as time went on, it just, my spirit could not take. I remember one scene, she was doing a performance, honey, at a club somewhere, and she had on this blonde lace front wig, pulled back into a ponytail, and girl, no God. I want Kelly to gain her weight back. Do you? She was at her best then. Her singing best? I mean, some folks like Big Luther, some folks like Lil Luther. I guess there's Big Kelly and Lil Kelly. In the words of Patty, most of the judges on American Idol ain't qualified to be there. Honestly. If I'm being honest, celebrities are not really qualified to judge singing competitions. Why did they have Nicki Minaj as a judge on American Idol? Why? When the show first started, they had Randy Jackson, who didn't nobody really know. Simon Cowell, who didn't nobody know at all, and Paula Abdul, who we knew, beautiful gowns, wonderful dancing. That was a good competition. It's not celebrities. Now let's see who the biggest celebrity name we can get. J-Lo judging a singing competition. Jennifer Louise Lopez, I don't know her middle name, so I gave her one. Judging singing. Nicholas Onika Minaj, judging singing. It's just not, it's not logical. It doesn't come together for me. I just, no God. No God. It just don't make sense. Um, Jennifer does well to do the dance competitions, and there's this new songwriting competition coming out. I think next month that Neo I think is gonna be a judge on. It's in connection with The Voice. The Voice is I like The Voice because it's not really it's a singing competition, but it's different. It's like a team thing rather than just y'all gonna compete against each other for the title. It's like you got your coach, and it's a little different. But I hope they call Mariah Carey to come to the songwriters show because she's a songstress. She writes. She writes. Let's see. Singing off key on the record. Child, I will never forget that as long as I live. That'll probably be the last thought I have on this earth. Like God can whisper in my ear and be like, I'm calling you home in 10, 9, 8. And my mind would just be like, Paula Abdul ain't S. She was singing off key on the record. Beep. I will never forget that as long as I live. The girls love lace fronts in 613. They love hair in 613, and I be trying to told them not to do that. I be trying to tell them there's no reason for your hair to be lighter than my skin. That doesn't. That's not it. White women hair ain't even that light. What are you doing? What's going on? Come sit next to Auntie and talk about it. The season of American Idol was only good because of the drama between Nicki and Mariah. That's it. And honestly, I didn't watch the show. I just, when E or TMZ would have a little clip of them beefing, I'd watch that and be like, oh, they beefing. And I used to be a Barb, honey. I was still a big Nicki fan. I'm still a Nicki fan, but I was a child once, and I was one of those Nicki really can't do no wrong type of girls because I was a child. When I first started listening to Nicki Minaj, I was 13 years old. So it was like, oh, this is my new icon. I love her. And yeah, I had to grow up. She didn't grow up. She regressed, but I've grown up. Let Nicki Minaj judge a wig slaying contest. Is she qualified to do that? I mean, I know she wears good wigs now, but let's look back into her past. Let's go back to 2009. Let's go back to, was it 2008 or 2009 when she wore that Gumby cut, asymmetrical, slanted, leopard print 613 and 33, I believe, were the two colors. The spots were around 30 or 33. It was on Saturday Night Live amongst the whites. She was wearing these ghetto wigs. She had a green one, and she was wearing them on Saturday Night Live amongst the whites. Is she really qualified to do a wig competition? I don't know. I'm not sure. Has Rashida done bad wigs? I've never seen her look bad wig wise. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen her look bad, period. I think Rashida could probably do a good wig competition. Mariah is best fit for a how to drink a bottle of wine in 3 seconds contest. I feel like you're talking about my mama. And that's rude. Because I love you, I'm gonna let you live. But you're talking about my mama. And it hurts. Who is Kellen? Oh, Kellen does her hair. She don't know nothing about hair. That's all Kellen. Who's fine as all get out. Well, then Kellen should do the competition because we've seen I've been following Nicki again since I was 13. I will be 25 next month. And I off the top of my head, when I first saw her, I think she was just wearing her natural hair, her own hair. Back in the Jump Off video, Jump Off 2007. If not, it was a poorly styled curly wig. I saw her go from that curly situation to a bigger curly situation to the straight with the pink under. Then she started doing all these other crazy wigs I couldn't keep up, and then she hit us with that black sleek. That's real sleek. Once she got in contact with Beyonce, and Beyonce had said, Beyonce told her at the 2009 VMAs, I don't ever want to see you looking like this again. And she got it together because we didn't really see her much looking like that after that. She got the black sleek, and then she's kind of been on that for quite a while. She's been on that for quite a while. I hope she stays there. She's starting to switch it up with the wigs again. She had the turquoise on one side, 613 on the other side, and that wasn't bad. It wasn't hideous. I need her to stay with Kellen, though. That's what I need her to do. I was 13 listening to Kaya. Child. I remember the very first time I saw a Kaya video. It was the My Neck, My Back video. I was walking through Times Square with my father at the tender age of 6 years old. And we were walking past MTV Studios. And they had a whole bunch of little screens. I don't even think the Jumbotrons were I don't think they were up yet. It was a whole different New York, honey. 20 years, well, it hadn't been 20 years, but 19 years nearly. It's a big difference. But they had a whole bunch of TVs outside of MTV Studios, and they were all playing Kaya. And I'm looking at this woman with this turban on her head, sitting in a lawn chair, talking about my neck, my back. And I'm 6 years old, this is my kind of carrying on. This is it. My neck. Oh, little me. I was precious. You know better than I. I've never followed her. Yeah. Nicki Minaj. She didn't. Her wigs. We appreciate them now because we've come so far. We've come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord. You talk about the Before I Let Go cover. No, because like I said, I'm not here for. I have this Beyonce related depression. I have depression just in general, but there's this Beyonce related depression that I love her so much, and she was such a part of my development and my vocal development. I've told y'all every time she puts an album out, I have to master that album, front to back, singing all the runs, all the harmonies, all of that. So she's such a big part of my musical life, you know. And every Thanksgiving, I used to watch her documentaries and all of that. So I have this Beyonce related depression where she puts out something new and I get super excited, and somebody comes in Beyonce ain't all that. She's not, she can't sing, blah, blah, blah. And I feel my instant reaction is to defend her, but I don't have to because I'm a grown woman. Beyonce is a grown woman and I know the truth. But it brings me down. It's dang, can I enjoy her? Can I enjoy my girl? I love her. Rihanna puts out a project, and you don't hear anybody saying. I didn't hear anybody say Anti was overrated and it was trash, but Anti was everywhere, everywhere. It's just girl, can I enjoy it? And it feels like I can't enjoy her, so I don't really talk about Beyonce. When she puts out a new project, I don't really talk about it with the public. I enjoy it myself and I go on about my day. And I talk about it with me. I say me, and my me says, yeah, what's up? And I, discuss when she did the thing and blah, 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 all of that. I tried to give y'all a Beachella review last year. I Snapchatted and I posted it on here, and did nobody care? So it's like I talked about it when it happened. I'm not gonna talk about it now. That's how I feel about it. Let's see. You know you a queen when you just sit and sway in a chair and people love it. Who was sitting and swaying? Who we talking about? Same every Thanksgiving/Christmas on ABC. Right. And when they stopped playing them on ABC, I already had the DVDs, so I just popped them in. Like, it ain't no thing. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. Just pop it in. It's fine. Yes, I have always been a huge Beyonce person. I'm a big Kelly girl too. Big Latoya fan also as well. And you know, Latavia, she put out a song and I listened to it and we support her. We love her. Um yeah. But have y'all listened to Latoya's last album? Aaron, I'm sure you have. But they don't give Latoya her props because Torn was a bop. Off the strength of Torn alone, I was like, oh, well, let me see what she's doing every time she's doing something. Off of the strength of that, I watched The Preacher's Kid. Like, I watched Greenleaf. I watched Rosewood when she was on it. Off the strength of Torn. She just put out, well, not just, but she put out an album, I guess 2 years ago, called Back to Life. That is so good. And every time I introduce someone to it, they're like, oh, I really like this album. But ain't nobody giving her the chance. Anyway, hearing Blue Ivy sing on the documentary, in the documentary, it was just precious. Blue Ivy in general is just adorable. She is a precious little sunshine of wealth. She's a ball of money and happiness, and I'm so happy for her. Beyonce is what Kim K wants to be. See, now, I don't think we have to compare. I think Kim K is going to be a lawyer and she's going to help the girls, and that's wonderful. I don't think saying or making them, equating them to similar or not dissimilar things, it doesn't have to be done. It doesn't. Because honestly, we don't know what Kim K wants to be. We know what she has constructed herself to be, but a lot of that feels like what Kanye wants her to be. Blue is coming for her mother's throat, and Back to Life was amazing. Blue is just going to be, and I know this is a gospel reference, a lot of y'all might not understand, but she's going to be a level up from her mom, I think. She's going to be the Kiara Sheard to Karen Clark Sheard. Karen sings down, and we appreciate Karen, and there will never be a time, you know, that I say Karen Clark can't sing. Never. But Kiara can do more acrobatics with her voice. She can run, you know, and she can, and Karen runs down, but Kiara runs a little faster, you know. Are you a Farrah fan too? You know the answer to that. You know the answer to that. You saw me not even call her name. I didn't even think of her. What? What do you think of Mariah Carey? What do I think of her? I don't think of her. Like Whitney said, what do you think of Farrah? What do I think of her? I don't think of her. Love Latavia, but she got on my nerves on R&B Divas non-singing self. I understand anxiety. I understand depression. So I understood Latavia. And people kept putting her on the spot trying to get her to sing. And it's like, girl, I've actually been there. Y'all have heard me sing. A lot of y'all say I can. I'm not so immodest that I think I can blow. But I know I've been in choir rehearsal, and my god cousin is an organist, and he was doing the youth choir at the church, and this one girl was supposed to be leading the song, but she wasn't getting it right, and I didn't know the song. And he's like, sing the song. And I'm like, I don't know this song. He's like, well, sing it anyway. And I'm like, it sounded horrible. And I knew it sounded horrible because I don't know this song and you put me on the spot. So I had a little bit of sympathy for Latavia because you can't just, she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. We love her. Let's see. They don't give LaToya her just due. I feel like LaToya has transitioned into acting because the music industry is fickle. LaToya very much like Naturi Naughton of 3LW. It's like, or anybody from Destiny's Child. If you're not Beyonce, you're not gonna thrive. I really want Kelly to transition more into acting because when she does, I'm pleased. I'm very happy to see her do it. But yeah, it's the people closest to Beyonce. If you're not Beyonce, or if you're not Solange, now what, 15 years in the game herself, just now getting Grammys and just now being acclaimed. Tony was a bop. Tony came out when I was like 11 or 12. And she, she's just now getting her just due. So it's this curse. I don't want to say curse. It's this aura around people who are close to Beyonce. If they're not Beyonce directly, they're not going to pop off like Beyonce does. And they actually pop off less than a lot of other artists because they know Beyonce and they're not Beyonce. Like, period. Beyonce has high character. Kim, not so much. I don't know anything about Kim Kardashian's character because I've never watched the show. I know she did a sex tape. I know it got leaked. I feel like that has nothing to do with her character because she didn't leak it from what I understand. I don't know the girl's character. I don't know her, so I can't say whether I agree with you or not on that one. Not Farrah. She's closed in my porch of voice. That torn So Def remix is everything. It is. It is, Vic the Brick. It is. No, part 1 and 2 are good. Hashtag poor Farrah. She's the one that needs the poor hashtag, not Michelle. Michelle's all right. She got a couple of gospel songs. She got, When Jesus Say Yes, and then she got If We Had Your Eyes, and the If We Had Your Eyes remix with Fantasia. She all right. She gonna be fine. Hey, Queen Bianca, happy Easter. I know I can sing, but I'm too shy to sing in front of people. I understand that fully. I also am too shy to sing in front of people. People really don't think I'm shy because I get on these videos and do what I do, but I'm super shy. And if y'all meet me in person, I'm probably gonna be very quiet and very to myself because I'm like that. It's just I'm in here literally by myself. It's almost like y'all don't exist. I'm reading your comments and I know y'all are real people, but it's like I'm just in here reading and talking to a camera. I'm not talking to nobody face to face. Let's see. Give Farrah her things. She can get her luggage. We can send her luggage. That's all the things she needs. Where's your church hat? This is it. It's got Tweety Bird playing basketball. That's the best I can do on this blessed day. I mean, she joined a show called R&B Divas. I mean, she did, but I mean, it didn't say R&B Divas singing. It just said R&B Divas. She was in R&B, and she's a diva. We have to look at it like this. There was a spin-off show, or not even really related, but called Hollywood Divas on the same network. Golden Brooks ain't acted in Lord knows how long. At least Neil does something here and there, but she probably at home right now chilling. Paula J. Parker, bless her heart. She might be living up under this table right now. We don't know. She ain't acting. So it's and I don't mean to shade anybody, but it's like, let LaToya or Latavia be on R&B Divas and not sing if y'all gonna have all these other shows. Love and Hip Hop, the majority of Love and Hip Hop don't sing, they don't do. Who is this, Lord? Who is it? Oh, hey.
I don't see what you was doing.
I'm doing a live video. You don't have to be that loud.
Hey.
My cousin Justin says,
put me on the camera. Hey.
I'm not gonna do that.
What?
I'm not gonna do that.
What live video you doing, girl?
YouTube.
Hey, get my YouTube shout out.
I just said my cousin Justin said hey. What else do you want?
Hey, she doing her live and I'm interrupting.
I cannot with you. Lord Jesus.
My Lord Jesus.
Yes, I have to call on him. Oh yeah. So there's like no point in shading her for not wanting to sing when you have people on Love and Hip Hop that don't sing, they don't put out nothing, or they pretend like they do and they still don't put out nothing. You know, there are plenty of reality shows where people don't do what's, you know, described in the title or in the premise of the show. So I can't be mad at her for that. Keely Williams won't stop talking about Notori Nine. Keely Williams, I'm getting sick and tired of her broken promises. She's so draining. She's so draining. It just doesn't. The thing about it is, Keely Williams is literally the only one out of 3LW and the only one out of the Cheetah Girls that don't nobody know what she's doing right now. We don't really know what Raven's doing right now, but we know what she's been doing in the last couple years. We don't know really what Sabrina's doing right now, but we know she won Dancing with the Stars in the last couple years. Adrian on TV 5 days a week, patting Tamara on her shoulder while she cries, whatever she doing. And then there's Keely. And then Notori, you know, she's doing Power and acting and carrying on. She played Lil' Kim. We know what these girls are doing. We don't know what Keely's doing. But she the one out here doing the most with this talking. I decided it was also a bop. I decided. Let's see. When did Jay-Z pop off? I had my yellow shirt and jeans for the church. Well, praise God. Yellow is a good Easter color. It's a good spring color. I always wondered what was in that luggage for Farrah. Child. We'll have to ask her. Keely's life has been filled with broken promises. Who was follow my Instagram? You worship Jesus or celebrities? Don't the title of this video say Happy Easter? Ain't that a Christian holiday? I mean, ain't it celebrated by the Christians? Let me not say it's a Christian holiday because somebody gonna pop in with actually the pagans. Girl, whatever, honey. Who follow my Instagram? First of all, I'm not gonna follow your Instagram. Second of all, who asked you to come over here and ask me these questions? Who sent you? Ghetto Paula J. Parker is also the legendary Trudy Proud, and I'm still shook because she has a great voice. She really has a wonderful voice. Not singing. I don't know what she sounds like singing, but she has a really good speaking voice. And I'm surprised she hasn't been on more animated shows. It seems like she would be able to get a lot of the work I was finna say that Cree Summer would pass up, but is Cree Summer passing up any jobs? Cree Summer don't pass up no jobs. But if she did, Paula J. Parker has a similar tone of voice, and I think she could do a lot more voice work. What is she doing? And why did she name her son Wonderful? Onederful. Wonderful. I'm gonna type it out in the comments so y'all can see it spelled out. Because see, autocorrect wouldn't even let me type that. Wonderful. I want y'all to see it because me spelling it sometimes doesn't give you the same visual. You're going to have to learn to lock doors and such. Child. It don't matter. It don't matter. The way this building is built, that he could have just went through the other door and came back, looped around. It wouldn't have made no difference, honey. It wouldn't have made no difference. 3LW, 3 little women, more like one lost woman, 2 founds. Child, and she just had a baby. Like, raise your daughter. Or I'm assuming it's a girl, because I feel like all babies are girls. all people are girls. They're not, but I feel like they are. But she just had this baby, And like, just focus on that. But her and her sister, how is this girl her sister and her mama? This Tease woman that's on Instagram fighting all her battles. They dragging everybody. It just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. The Williams girls are. Keela should have just left it alone. Naturi brought it up because she was asked in an interview. I don't. I mean, I don't understand. I watched a video about it because again, sometimes I be in a messy mood, but I don't bring it to y'all because it's not necessary. But I was watching a video about it, and she right after Notori left the group, she was talking about how, because they said that Notori is the dark skinned girl, and hey, y'all kicked the dark skinned girl out the group, and she was saying something like, why would we we built this group on diversity and we wanted all sorts of different types of girls from different backgrounds and different ethnicities. First of all, it's only 3 of y'all. Second of all, 2 of y'all are negresses, and the other one is a negressa. She's a negressa, honey. She's Latin, but she's still black, because Puerto Ricans are black. I don't care. Um, so hey, y'all trying to be this big diverse group with three little negresses. How? And then she went on to say that, oh well, how would we kick her out the group for being too dark? We hired her into the group because she was dark. What? So you didn't? Y'all was supposed to have been friends before the group even got started. How y'all decide to hire her in the group because she died? See, the backstory of 3 little women was supposed to be they was good girlfriends, from the New Jersey area, and they decided to start singing and carrying on. It just don't make no sense. The whole to do. Did I miss you talking about Apostle Travis Jennings? Is Apostle Travis Jennings the young queen that got up there and told that woman she needed to lose weight, and that black women get their bras from Intimates because the black girls that have big breasts, large breasts, don't shop at Victoria's Secret? No, girl, they don't. They shop at Lane Bryant and sometimes Walmart, depending on how big the breasts are. Because I can get my bras at Walmart and Target, but I got a god sister. Baby, she got to go on down the lane. Anywho, is that who that is? Cree Summer has done very well for herself with the voice work. Regina King and Paula J too. I wish I was a voice talent. It isn't super hard. My dad does voice work. And when I was trying to live with him, I was going to start doing voice work, but we had to get, situated and stuff. It's not super hard to get into. I don't know what all Paula J has done aside from the Parkers with voice work, but Regina King, if she never does voice work again, her 2 roles as Riley and Huey on the Boondocks is, I can't say thank you enough. But honestly, I've never seen Regina King in a role that I didn't want to thank her for. If I ever see her, I'm going to thank her for being in Poetic Justice. If I ever see her, I'm going to thank her for being on 227. I'm going to say thank you for being Brenda. Thank you. Anywho. Paula J. Parker sang on Ray with Jamie Foxx, deleted scene. Oh, I think we have that DVD. I'm going to have to pull that up. Yep, that's her. The Negro I'm in love with goes to his church, and all of them got issues. I was going to do a video about him, but I sat and thought about it rationally. And my rational mind told me that man asked who wanted to get read. He basically got up there and said, the library is open. Who wants to get read? And Sister Girl and Sister Girl number 2 both raised their hands. And she got up there knowing good and well that her breast was too big for that bra, and she had that top spillage. The girls on the line know what we talking about when I say the top spillage. When you bra, you got the 2 boobs. You got the boobs, and then you got the boobs. She knew good and well she was up there looking like that, or however she was looking, because I didn't really look at her. I was looking at him because he looked so homosexual up there. He looked so homosexual. But I didn't talk about that because he asked them who want to get dragged today, and sis raised her hand. So I couldn't even logically be upset with him. I was annoyed because he got up there with the mic talking about a woman should just nod her head and look pretty. Well, why aren't you nodding your head and looking pretty, Apostle? What? And when my wife and I got together, she didn't know anything. And so we went over to, is it Intimates? It's Intimates because you sound like a queen. You sound like Dwight from from Real Housewives of Atlanta. He was really about to say a fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful! It was, honey. When I was looking at it at the beginning of the video, and he was talking about how she needed to lose weight or whatever. I was like, ugh, typical man. When he looked at her and said, when me and my wife got together, she didn't know anything. So you taught this woman how to dress like a woman as a man? Now, I've had conversation with men, and we've figured out together the best way for me to look, and we've sat down and, yes, honey, these earrings with this, and I think you should do maybe a burgundy streak in your hair because it will really bring out your eyes, and if you put on this girdle, do blah blah blah. But all of these gentlemen that I've had this conversation with are they're drag queens. There's absolutely no way a straight man could say to me, hey, come with me to Intimates so we can get you some bras. Not in a you don't look good type of way. He could say, let's go to Intimates so we can get you some bras because I want to see these bras on you. That's one thing. But honey, he was giving far too much. The steady job on the Proud Family, I know was good to her. Yeah, it had to be. It had to be. I would say I'm not opposed to them bringing that show back, but I know they're going to change up the animation. And it's not going to look the same. And, it's not going to, they're going to have it be all about Penny Proud and her cell phone or whatever it's going to be. And it's not going to be the same. But honestly, Kyla Pratt ain't doing much. She looks great. She's raising her two kids. It's not shade. Tommy Davidson ain't doing much. Paula J. Parker ain't doing nothing. Sugar Mama, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but Sister Winslow, Harriet, she's not doing too much right now. Get them all back together. Get them bike and put them on the Disney reboot station or whatever. Anywho, maybe they were visitors and didn't know no better. Now, I would never visit a church and the pastor or the apostle say who wants to get dragged or whatever he said, who wants to be critiqued. And I raise my hand. I'm going to look and watch for the saints that go here to raise their hand and listen to what he says about his members, and that'll determine whether or not I want to join or whatever. Honey. Yes, he's a queen. Hetero pastors don't know where women get their bras from, nor do they care. Honestly. Period. I'm more offended because he was looking at her breasts. And I'm not offended in oh my gosh, a straight man, ogling a woman. No, it's like, by the time she got up there, he had already dissected her to the point where he knew what he was finna read. And if that's not a gay thing to do, I don't know what is. I learned how to read from homosexual men in the Kojic church. And the first thing you learn to do is when somebody is coming towards you that you even deem an opponent, you look at them and you break down every little thing about them that you're going to read in case you need to read. That's what he did. She wasn't even standing firmly in the spot she was gonna stand. She had walked up there. She hadn't even stopped walking yet. You need to lose weight, and you need to get a better bra. He was about to say, and I can see your panty line, you know, and like your pantyhose, or you gotta run in your stockings. Like he was really finna, like it. And then trying to, get the rest of the saints in on it and saying, well, she volunteered. Didn't you volunteer? Like, girl, I can tell you about my Easter. Easter boiled eggs, bad singing to watch, and Easter programs. Just another Easter. Child, ain't that it? You gotta watch the kids do their speech, and the youth do they play about killing Jesus, and then the choir got to sing about how they beat him and stoned him, and he risen, and why do you cry? He has risen. All of that. And then, you go home and you eat eggs. Eggs. Child. It would have been wiser to let his wife help the ladies with their appearance. No matter where his wife comes from, she should have been the one to address it. Period. Period. I'm so tired of these pastors and, assistant pastors and deacons and musicians and whatever getting in trouble with women because they're not allowing their wives to handle certain situations. Because the whole big thing, even if Pastor Gray wasn't cheating on his wife, which he absolutely was, even if he wasn't, the whole big thing was this woman came for counseling, and then the story changed to be adventure, and John Gray was counseling her together, but then they somehow broke off and started doing individual, sessions with just John and the woman, and that should have never happened. That should have never, there should never be a time in church where a pastor who has a wife, or even if he don't, if he's a single pastor, he should probably have, a designated head missionary that handles certain things. He should not be alone in a room with a woman parishioner. It shouldn't, because anything can be said, anything can go on. Child, anywho. Joy Marie Payton. Joy Marie, that's Sugar Mama. Good old Sugar Mama. I love me some Sugar Mama. And Poppy. Y'all remember Poppy and how Sugar Mama used to run after Poppy, and he'd be cussing her out in Spanish, and she thought he was flirting, and then he'd do that evil laugh. Child, the Brown family was it. Another one of Solange's accomplishments, Solange featuring Destiny's Child. Solange featuring Destiny's Child. Y'all better give the girl her props. Someone singing today reminded me of a goat screaming for life. This person hitting the high note like he was lying, and the note said no. Oh, Lord, child. People try to bring out extra singing on Easter, and I don't understand, and I don't identify. I'm going to sing the same way on Easter that I sang on, the third Sunday in June, just because. A lot of these pastors be on Grindr and hotel rooms like John Gray. Most of the Negroes in their pulpit can't tell me nothing about how I'm living my life. Well, amen is all I can say. Amen is all I can say. I'm so fortunate that for the majority of my life, my pastor was my great-grandfather, and I don't know him to have been doing anything salacious. By the time I was born, he was 70, so if he did any salaciousness, it was probably before I got here, and hopefully he repented, but he's 95 now, so he really ain't doing too much of nothing. I feel for the girls who have pastors like, Bishop Eddie Long, who got involved in scandal, or John Gray, or the new pastor of New Birth. What's his name, Lord? My mama loves him. What is his name? Giselle Bryant's man. What's his name? Bryant. Jamal. Ooh, that was on my nerves. Yeah, like Jamal Bryant, who be out here cheating and sleeping and having babies and carrying on. Or Donnie McClurkin, who also had a baby as a teenager at a wedlock and then was gay. Like, you can't drag people for doing things that you have done. You need to come to people with understanding. Candy Burris told y'all in the 90s. Whatever. Yes, happy egg eating day. Eggman rock Eggman rocks cultures. This must be a big day for you, Eggman. I'm glad no one fell out and no wig got lost. So it was a good day. Child, I'm so fortunate to have never had to catch a wig in my many years of service at the church. I'm so fortunate and I'm so grateful. I've seen a lot of things go flying. I personally have never had to catch a wig. I knew my pastor before he was a pastor. He isn't so wrapped up in his title that he can't turn the mirror to himself. I love and respect him for that. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. Why you can't just be a regular person? Why do you have to be so above it all? And the thing is, if John Gray would have said, we were in a bad place and I cheated, then I would have been like, oh, well, niggas do that. Like, it wouldn't have been me having to call him out for lying about saying he never had sexual relations with this woman, even though he was at the hotel with her, and like, all of that. It don't take all of that. Just be real, be honest, say you did something, and I think I said this in a video, but I know I told my mama, if he would have just stepped down when he was getting to a place in his person where he felt like he was about to start sinning, step down, rededicate your life to the Lord. You know, all the stuff that the saints do. Do the stuff. But maintaining your role as the senior pastor, I know he got an associate pastor or an assistant pastor that could have taken, the reins until he got himself back on track with the Lord. It just doesn't. We don't ask too much. We don't ask, as parishioners, we don't ask too much. You have a responsibility as a pastor to lead the people. You cannot lead people if you yourself are lost. That's all I be saying. As again, my grandfather pastored and bishoped all my life, all my mama's life, all my grandmama's life, and she's 72. And my grandmother has been a pastor. She's now an associate pastor for a whole nother church. This is not something lost on me. I understand what needs to be done. Niggas just don't listen to me. They just don't listen to me. And his congregation will fight for his dumb tail. My man friend wants me to go with him while I'm there. I'm trying to find a polite, loving way to say H no. Just call out saved. When the church don't agree with my spirit, I call out saved. I won't be able to go to your church, honey. I'm saved. People be mad, but what can you do? I eat jelly bean instead. Well, I hope you enjoy your jelly bean. The one bean. Tweet said he's a cheater, Jamal Bryant. I'm not surprised that he's over Eddie Long's church, the ghetto. I remember, it was just last year, because this just happened last year, that my mama called me and told me that Jamal Bryant would be taking over New Birth. And I don't mean to offend anybody who may have gone there, who may go there now, but I said, why would you put someone who has a salacious spirit over a church where the founding pastor also had a salacious spirit? Wouldn't you want to shake it up a little bit? Why would you do? And I'm sure, because Jamal Bryant and Tweet dated. I know she know firsthand. Giselle Bryant was married to the man. She has said what she said. You may not agree with Giselle Bryant in her every view of life. But I believe her about that man. Q Motel by Tweet for her own man. My lord. Did we ever get a confirmed reason why Eddie Long died? Eddie Long said he wasn't dying. The day he died, he got on the internet and told the girl, I'm fine. Then he died. Not literally the day, but like a week before he died, he was like, God is going to heal me. I'm going to be all right. And God swiftly and professionally said, nope, not me. Exquisite says, I think Eddie had cancer. I'm assuming cancer as well, because he got so thin and gaunt and didn't look great, but I don't know. Let's see. Happy Rise, CC. Glad to catch you live. I understand the whole being shy thing. I've been acting for almost 10 years now and been on national TV shows, but still am somewhat shy in person. Kevin J. Stone. Well, see, you get me. I know how to turn it on. And I was a child model and did some light acting. But it's different. It's different when it's a job or when, like, this is kind of a job, but kind of not really. I could do this. This is fine. But yeah, it's whole different. Yes, bookcase. I'm at the church, honey. We've got let's see, the Bible, a commentary about the Bible, Old Testament commentary. I don't know what that is. It doesn't have a spine. The Living Bible, Holy Bible, New English Bible, another Bible with a tore up spine, New Testament, the Poverty and Justice Bible. Never heard of her. Another Bible and another Bible, and then there are two Bibles right here. Yes, I'm I'm hiding out at the church while my family has dinner because my great grandparents' house, they built a church out of a house and then built a house on the end of the church that used to be a house. Have you seen this mess with that Nature Boy fool? What mess? There was a reason that I was supposed to not like him, but I can't remember what it is. Maybe this has something to do with it. Sometimes my spirit, like, I stop liking people for a reason, but I can't remember what it is, but my spirit just holds on to the fact that we don't like them. Let's see. I just looked it up. It was called an aggressive form of cancer. It had to be, because again, he was up in the pulpit telling the girls, I'm going to be back and better than ever, and then immediately died. So basically a Bible collection, honey, that's not even half. That's not even half. It's some Bibles over there. It's some, I think these are like Bible encyclopedias beside me. Child, it's just, but it's a church. So who am I to say they shouldn't have all these Bibles? When you don't deal with your issues that kill you in the form of cancer. Ugh, child, I got to do my work, like Iyanla said. I'm gonna keep my opinion on Eddie to myself. I'm sure we all have had the thought, when a certain caliber of person gets very thin and very gaunt and dies, our minds, even if we don't want them to, our minds just automatically go to, well, he might have had it. Hey, Queen Wellness, what's going on? How's it going? I'm seeing so many names in the chat pop up that I hadn't seen in a while. He's the chief of a polygamous cult of Americans living in Mexico. Who? Oh, the Brother Nature? Are we talking about the same Brother Nature? The boy that's like 20 years old? What? What is going on? Is this a different Nature, young man? I'm confused. I'm so confused. I'm really saying, like, this boy can't be old enough to be in Mexico running a polygamous cult. Nature, part of carbonation. Let me type this in right quick. Well, Kaya said something about it 2 months ago. Child. Oh, this is a different young man. Mm-mm-mm. I'm gonna look and see what's going on. Eddie Long had that James Cleveland. No. Mama. Mama.
I hear my name.
Yeah, 'cause I heard you laugh. Come here.
I was gonna try to make you a little plate.
What all they got in there?
The regular. I've got some ham, but we got ham at home.
I know.
And it's honey glazed at home. I don't know what's better.
Oh, see, I want the honey glaze. Come say hey. Come say happy Easter to the girls.
And there's there's some homemade macaroni and cheese.
Who made it?
Auntie Jeannie and Auntie Eleanor, but Auntie Jeannie has the most left.
You know
Hi,
whose I
everybody.
want
Yeah, Auntie
and whose I
Jeannie's.
don't.
I know, you used to your Auntie Jeannie's as well.
Oh no, I'm being shady.
I know you're shady. I'm not gonna let you be shady. Here's my thing. I should take it home.
You should.
Um,
I carry it out to the cafe. Ain't no thing. You look so cute.
My daughter made me
You really.
I
do
made
look
it to
good.
sing the songs with the people today.
Look at God. My mama was a child this morning for Easter.
Yes, I was.
She sang with the children.
And they sang. Them children sang.
Okay, well, we thank God for it.
Hallelujah. So do you want me to make you something of a plate?
Is there any more chicken left? I know
There's a
only-
lot of chicken.
Oh, they really?
I don't know about baked, but there's a lot fried.
Yeah, I want the fried. You know I don't do the baked, it's slimy.
Honey, your auntie did that. She did that.
Mm-mm.
Hallelujah.
I do grilled
She
chicken.
seasoned it right.
I do grilled and fried. I don't. That baked, can't do her. If there's a chicken titty, I'll take a chicken titty and some macaroni. And then I just eat the ham at home. Can we?
Granny Bobby's peach cobbler, which is really gone, was holy.
Why you ain't text me and say there was some cobbler in there? I'd have told these girls to hold on.
Just a few
What's
minutes.
wrong
Just a few
with
minutes.
you?
I'll let you take a bite of mine that I put on my plate.
A bite.
I got
What
somebody
I'm doing, a bite.
watching my plate. Let me go back and get it. I don't want nobody to take my cobbler off my plate because I'm going to be
It's
swinging.
ignorant. It's just ignorant.
I will start swinging.
Can we stop by the store on the way home?
It's possible. Might need to see if I'm making your grandma a plate.
Were we still going to the movies?
I don't know.
Because we can't carry this plate all around. Get
Oh,
that
yeah,
in the
that's
fridge.
bad. That's bad.
We'll figure that out. I'll call you later, girl.
Hi.
Oh, they say hey.
Hey, y'all.
Ooh, you are so aggravating. Ooh, Jesus. Who is Ace Divine? I don't know. I've been finding out through all these YouTube beefs a lot of different new channels. They be calling out names and dragging folks, and I be like, who is that? And then they pop up. They immediately pop up on my suggested. And I click and find them, and if I like them, I like them. If I don't, I don't, and that's that. I'm not, feeding into beef per se. But if I see a channel talking about stuff I like, or if I like their humor, their attitude, or whatever, then I might subscribe. We don't know. Are you gonna get a plate after they leave? Sounds like they're having a good time in there. Honey, they will kiki for hours. I'm most likely to not eat and to leave early. I'm that niece, I'm that granddaughter. I show my face, hey, how y'all doing? God bless. And then I be gone. We used to live right next door. And I would come in early, help set up the food, we getting everything together, and then I'm at the house. I'm next door, honey. I'll see you later. But now we got to drive across town. My car don't work. If my car was working, I'd have got in my car and drove off hours ago, but to each his own. Let's see. Yes, homemade mac and cheese. I love it. I love me some mac. She even has a lovely speaking voice. She's a radio girl. Both of my parents. My dad does voiceover, blah, 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 and he's done radio and that kind of thing. And my mom also has done radio and, been on TV and all of that. So, cut it out, chicken titty. Listen, it's what it is. It's the titty of the chicken. It just is. Did you get a chance to listen to Lizzo's album? I still have not yet listened to Lizzo's album. I have to be completely transparent with you all and let you know I've let my Apple Music lapse. I ain't paid my Apple Music bill for the month, and honey, I haven't been able to. Not that I haven't been able to pay, I just haven't paid it, but I haven't been able to listen to the album yet. I'm gonna pay that bill probably tomorrow, probably. I just, I usually I'll pay the Apple Music or whatever and utilize the last little bit of my money on food or whatever. But I spent my Apple Music money on food and I just didn't feel like just didn't feel like paying it. So I'm getting a check tomorrow. So I'm paying for it then. I listen to it then. I'm popular at church for my mac and cheese. Okay, so what time you want me to come over? Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. Purr. I cannot wait for Melissa's album. I can't wait. I honestly, and when Melissa and Elizabeth got together, what a treat. What a treat. I just, and then her at Coachella, and she brought out little tiny Janelle Monáe, and you know I love Janelle Monáe. I've been a huge fan of Janelle Monáe, again, since I was 13. But fortunately for me, listening to Janelle Monáe at 13 and listening to Nicki Minaj at 13, I gravitated more towards Janelle's style. So I wore black and white and bow ties, and I wore the pompadour hairstyle. I wanted to be Janelle Monáe so bad as a child, or as me. Because today, even right now, if I could be Janelle, I would. But yes, it just did y'all see her perform Juice on Kimmel, and she was getting her hair braided and getting a quick weave ponytail, like a drawstring ponytail put on, and oh, I love Lizzo. I know I'm gonna enjoy this album. I just know I am. I can't wait. Anywho, well, I've been on here nearly 2 hours. Let me make sure my battery, it's on its way towards low. Lizzo honestly is me with boobs and hair. She did a video with Zachary Campbell. I'm in love with her, and I'm in love with her. Lizzo shops at Intimates. She don't shop at Victoria's Secret. When you said boobs, I just thought back to that Apostle, honey. When me and my wife got together, she didn't know anything. What? I've never personally dated a drag queen. I'm not opposed to it, but I haven't. But I would imagine if I dated a drag queen, the drag queen would be like, honey, listen, let me show you. Let me show you my world. Let me show you what we get into over here. And then, I would know new things. I would know new things. What does it mean she didn't know anything? Did she just not wear bras? He and his wife just didn't wear bras. I mean, well, he and his wife, I said what I said. They didn't wear bras. I didn't even mean to say it, but I said it. Anywho, you just think about it. You just think about what these people say and their intention behind it, and I be so confused. I really do. Anywho, what y'all want to talk about for the next, I'm assuming 30-ish minutes until my mama say it's time to go. That's what I'm waiting on. It's time to go. I know I'm so antisocial and just a poor family member, and they just hate me for not coming and spending time. I really don't care. He may not wear a bra, but he always got some Spanx on with them smalls. Child, not a waist trainer. You know he got a waist trainer so he can get that button in the middle of the jacket. Child, I cannot. I can't. And as a matter of fact, I won't. What movie y'all going to see? We are going to see either Us or Little. It's to be determined. I've seen Us. I wanted my mom to see it so we could talk about it on video. And neither of us has seen Little. So if we don't go see Us, I'll just talk about it sometime this week. And if we see Little, if y'all want me to talk about that, I can talk about that too. You didn't eat yet? Nope, not yet. Is there food at home for you since you're not eating with the family? Yeah, my stepfather has some ham at the house. I got a mango, so I'll make it. I don't eat a whole lot. Did your mom make you a plate or something? She said she was gonna. So that's my prayer. Then it got real quiet in there. Dead silent. Maybe they praying again. Both are good. I think you will like Little. I know I will. I know I will because I love Regina Hall. I love Issa Rae. And Marseille Martin is just the cutest, most well comedically timed little girl I've ever seen. I remember the first time I saw her, she was probably 4, trying to sing Beyonce's Love on Top. There's a little video of her that went viral of her trying to hit those notes. She's just the cutest little thing. I love her. I gotta get all my frustrations about him out now before my man friend calls. Yeah, get that together. I'll be seeing the Avengers movie this Saturday. I I don't think I've seen a single Avengers movie. I can't say that I have. I've seen out of superhero movies, not just, DC or Marvel, but out of them all. I've seen Spider Man and Spider Man 2, the ones with Tobey Maguire. I've seen Wonder Woman. I've seen Deadpool and Deadpool 2. And I think those are the only superhero movies I've ever seen, unless you count Angelina Jolie as a superhero, in which I've seen all of those. Us, the movie, was good. Us was good. It was good. I'm not gonna talk about it just yet because I'm supposed to be doing a pre-recorded separate video for that. Tone Bell's handsome behind is in Little as well. I don't think I know who that is. I'm gonna have to look him up. I know Luke James is in it, and he's everywhere. The Avengers sold out. Well, good. That's wonderful. I know T'Challa and them supposed to be in it, or maybe they dead. I don't know. He said he was dead. I'm going to see Little simply to see Luke James gyrate in my face with no shirt on. Child, you about to go to Instagram Live for that, can't you? Little, it seems like it's geared more towards women. Just the premise of the movie and the execution. Because I don't hear a lot of guys saying I'm going to that movie. I don't know. It just looks like it's a cute movie to me. But whatever, you can be one of the only guys in there. That's fine. That ain't no problem. And children. I just didn't see it as a movie marketed towards children. Because you got Luke James dancing with his shirt off, and I heard one of the lines in the movie talking about a dry vagina or something like that. Like, it didn't seem marketed to children. I wouldn't take my niece to that. What is she, 7? I wouldn't take her to that. Luke James is one of the children, like Bruce and his daddy. I'm not in it. I'm not a part. Mm-mm. He's not on live often enough. If he is, I never catch him. I always catch Avery, Mario, and August. Is August Alsina still with us? Look like I ain't seen or heard from him in so long. Is he okay? Is he okay? That's all I want to know. I got to take care of my Louisianans. Lil Wayne, August Alsina, sometimes Birdman / Baby / Brian. Just sometimes. We don't know. You gotta make sure they all right. Even Regine, I check in on Regine, make sure she's doing okay. Did we make sure that the youngest Wall's brother is old enough for me to make my comments? I haven't checked. I haven't checked up on Paco, so we not gonna say nothing scandalous. Mm-mm. I haven't. I didn't look it up. He's still here stirring up controversy with Jada. Oh, that's true. I forgot he did that video where he was supposed to have been sleeping with Jada or something. I don't know, child. I don't know. I said the same thing about Bobby Valentino years ago, but no one believed me. If you would have told me, I'd have believed you, honey. Cause for a minute, it was looking like he'd end up one of those guys, spending his whole life looking for a special lady to save him. A special lady. A special lady. Maybe he'll never be satisfied. He said what he said in the song. A special lady. August Alsina trying to go after Jada Smith. I don't know if he's trying to go after her. I don't know if he's trying to go after her. I think he had her already. Child, somebody cutting up in the chat. I said the chap. The chat. Acting a fool. Anywho, I just don't want to believe that Luke James ain't for me. I don't want to believe he's not for me. I don't. But you know, if I can set him up with one of my good boy girlfriends, then you know, a unicorn like Cottonelle. Right. Exactly. A special lady. Child. Anywho, I don't know how I'm feeling about this storyline with Cotton and Leon on Star. I'm bored. Cause it's like every episode, the last couple episodes, you just see her talking to Leon or threatening to kill him. It's not really much going on outside of that. I want more. Give me more. Why is it so quiet? Did they close the door on me? I don't hear no laughter. I don't hear no good times. Keeping your head above water. Making a way when you can. Temporary layoffs. Easy credit rip-offs. Anywho. Well, anything anybody want to say? They done caught the itis. Child, my family gets louder after they eat, usually. I don't know, my loudest auntie does go to sleep. But she go to sleep. She gets the itis. She gets like bath time itis. Like all sorts of itis. She just be tired. Luke is for me, between him, Mario, and Avery. Excuse my crassness, but train emoji. I understand. It's hurting my feelings. It's upsetting me and my homegirl because, I mean, he's so cute. He's adorable. He's precious. Like he's like one of those guys that if he were my boyfriend, I would probably baby him because he's got like an adorable face. Like I cut up his pancakes for like, oh, let me just. I would. He's just adorable. Which probably ain't great. They probably enable that boy to do whatever he want to do just because he's precious. Well, it has been 2 hours and 9 minutes. Mario responded to one of my DMs. Just one, but it was enough. You cannot marry your real life man friend and these 3 celebrity man friends. You can't marry them all unless you're gonna go join this polyamorous cult down in Mexico. Like it's just not. It's not doable. In Texas, they don't allow polyamory and polygamy. They don't. not legally. Oh, I just popped up on my on my own homepage. It's me. Wait, me. I keep looking over here with the cameras over here because on the iPhone the camera usually it don't y'all don't care. Billy Porter is bae. He's daddy-ish and feminine at the same time. It's sexy to me. He, Billy Porter is like my legendary mother. I see what you mean because he's got the goatee and he's got a good fatherly vibe, but then also dresses and gowns and carrying on. I see what you mean. Dude, he's a very handsome fella. He's a very handsome fella. And can sing down. Singing down. I hope they let he and MJ Rodriguez sing some more next season. Because they was singing, child. I didn't even know MJ could sing like that. I had to look her up and find out that she's a Broadway girl. I was like, well, shut up. Shut my mouth. And usually I keep up with Broadway. I knew Billy Porter was on Broadway. I hadn't heard of MJ. But I'm glad I know her now. I'm glad. Because we love Blanca over here. The real man friend will never discuss his feelings and he goes to church with the pastor and the girdle, so marrying him probably won't happen. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The church seems very, almost like cultish to me because he did an apology video and in the same format as the original video. Somebody, like, they were recording a church service or whatever, but he apologized and it just seemed very cultish because he went from a woman should just nod her head and look cute to now he's doing the apology video. He done gave them girls both a microphone and they up here. He's like, did I coerce you to come up here? No. Did you come up here by yourself? Yes. And then they gave their testimonies and I'm like, what happened to nodding and looking cute? What happened? Now you want them to back you up for this apology. It just doesn't seem safe. DL Church Negroes, I've been there. Child, haven't we all? Haven't we all? I'm saying that like I have a testimony. I don't. I always clocked the homosexuals and we just became good girlfriends. It was never a matter of I'm dating him and I think we are in love and he's sleeping with his best friend. It not honey. It ain't. I can clock. I'm able to clock. The church is very cultish and hypocritical. Oh, well, I hate that for your man friend now. That's upsetting me and my homegirl. Because we feel like if you can't go to church, where could you go? Where could you go? He isn't DL, just super saved. Oh, well, at least he's not DL. Praise the Lord. That's a step in a direction. I don't know if it's the right direction for you, but it's a step in a direction. And we thank God for stepping in directions. Thomas, what's going on? You came in just as we were talking about DL homosexuals. You popped in just at the right time. Anywho, child, you might not get too much more of me, Thomas, because I've been on here 2 hours and how long, Lord? 13 minutes, Jesus. It's just, it's been a journey. He's pulling on my baby hairs. Loose here. Anywho, anything y'all want to talk about for the last couple minutes? I'm really expecting my mother to say, let's get away, let's go somewhere out. Kayla, can we leave this house? I'm texting her now. I wanna be where you want me to be. I miss Aretha. You know what I always say. DL stands for the disease laden. Well, unfortunately my type other than him as heterosexuals, it's a curse. But I always get what I want. Then it don't sound like a curse. And they don't sound heterosexual. that, that don't sound correct. Y'all better watch those church musicians and organists. I am one, so it's not shade. Honey, let me tell you something. The best organists, especially in the Kojic church, the best ones are always gay. Always. the real good, the ones that play, honey, and have you just laid over, gay. Sylvester was a homosexual church organist, Kojic church organist, honey. It's a long history of good playing. But seriously, why are they so quiet? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in there. I just texted my mama, so I'm waiting on a respondes, s'il vous plaît. The most talented people in any field are queens. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about sports. I don't know if the best sports players are queens, but I will say for sure the best sports players always have a queen child. They always create a queen if they not one. If the choir director isn't a woman, he's gay. Well, or he's Cat Williams. Not these tears. Child, I cannot disagree. Queens are the most creative and the most, I don't want to say the most talented, but I kind of do want to say that. I just do. Honey, y'all get them together. Speaking of, let me check my Facebook, honey. That's where all the queens message me and say, hey. Where I don't care. I really shouldn't be singing this because I'm at church. I mean, Daydreaming ain't a bad song, but it ain't gospel. You don't want to sing non-gospel at the church. Well, I was raised that you wasn't supposed to. Well, they done got quiet over there, and y'all ain't saying much over here. I just feel like I've fallen into a void. A Angelina Jolie void. And a John void. There's far more gay in sports than will ever be revealed. I'm only medium fine and my inbox has got quite a few. Well, yeah, I know that, honey, the queens, they play the sports, child. They play the sports. I don't know if, like, the people they consider the GOATs, like Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and them. I don't know if they themselves, Allen Iverson, who was one of my first crushes, I don't know if they are homosexual, but they usually create a homosexual child. Or listen to it in the car on the church parking lot. Yeah, exactly. It's so deep for me that when I'm driving by a church listening to secular music, I usually turn it down or pause it until I get past the church. And then I turn it back on. So Nicki Minaj be rapping, or whoever be rapping, City Girls or whatever, talking about, whatever they talking about. And honey, just as we get ready to pull in front of the church, I pause that thing till we get by. I just don't want to disrespect Jesus by blasting that foolishness around his house. Well, I'm bored and I'm ready to go. Let me look up movie times so I can know what time. We about to get out of the matinee time. See, I was trying to go to matinee. Are you on the VidCon? I don't even know anything about VidCon. Where's it gonna be? Do you have to be invited? I don't know these things. I'm not a big time YouTuber. I don't even have 5,000 subscribers. Imagine if I was really upset about that. movie times. Where I don't care. No, stop. Stop singing that. Oh, girl. The next showing for Little is at 6:50, honey. That's my bedtime. I'll be trying to get into bed at 6:45 for us. I don't know if we're gonna make the movie. Me and my mom. I ain't been asleep. Like I had like 2 hours of sleep maybe. I went to sleep at 6 something and woke up shortly thereafter to beat my mama's face for Easter and couldn't get back to sleep. My old church on Fridays, we turned chapel into a teens club. No, Lord. No. Make sure you get you some cobbler. I'm assuming the cobbler is gone, honey. This side of the family, they love them a sweet. John Hinton was my first crush. Overton from Living Single. I wanted him to love me like he loved Sinclair. You would have done better with Kyle. T.C. Carson would have loved you better. And more accurately. Because that just ain't it, honey. That ain't it. Who's the man in the picture? That is the founding father of the Church of God in Christ, Bishop Charles Harrison Mason. I knew I was gay when I saw Dorian on A Different World. Well, honey, if that makes you gay, I'm also gay. If that's the criteria. I really thought when you said Dorian, you was going to say on Moesha. And I was about to tell you that's not it. That's not it. VidCon is a gathering for YouTubers to meet each other. The trip costs between $1,500 and $2,000 for small YouTubers coming out of state. When I get the money, I'll go. Well, child, when I get the money, I'll think about going. Currently, do not have. Also, I mean, I feel like going to VidCon, because I've heard of it, but going to VidCon with 3,500 subscribers, that's not it. There's no point. I would much rather take a cross-country trip to meet my subscribers. Go to Texas, meet JQ, Kansas. Are you in Kansas, Aaron? You ready? Are you ready? Or are you play ready? Because if I get up and walk through this room...
I got the 3 plates. Most people are gone. 3 plates packed.
Because if I get up here and walk through this room...
You'd be happy. Your Uncle D got you some stuff. What you call it?
It's poison. Throw it away.
No, peach cobbler. He didn't make it.
But he fixed the plate.
No, he just showed me. He made sure I got another bowl. Granny Bobby made the bowl.
Because if he fixed the plate, I ain't eating it.
Boy, I mean, what you?
I am not a boy.
Little girl.
I am a woman.
T-Nicey.
I have breasts.
Yeah. Yeah. Had to give them catches for him and everything.
Yeah.
So come
and
on.
you know, women with large breasts don't shop at Victoria's Secret. They shop at Intimates.
Because Victoria's Secret just ain't gonna hold.
I could fit in a Victoria's Secret bra. I don't know.
Certain secrets they can't hold.
You and me can wear Victoria's Secret.
Oh, yeah.
You better than me.
But Lane Bryant is the best.
Okay.
Come on.
Shout out. Let me get up. Let me sign off. I'll be out there in a minute. Because I don't want to take you girls through the house, honey. I don't know if y'all ready to see my family. Let's see. That's because I like trade and didn't know. Well, we all like trade. You said you'll think about going. I'm going to pray on it. And we'll see. So I need to come to Kansas. I need to come to Kansas City, Missouri. I need to come to Texas. New York, obviously. Which people would come Seattle or the West Coast. I was just speaking with someone about taking a trip to Seattle. So it may happen. It may. You know you love your uncle. Love and like are 2 different emotions. They're different. They're not the same. I love him with the love that I have for everyone on earth. Like this man has lied on me, stolen from me. I don't do him. Does he not wash his hands or something? No, we just don't mesh. He went around telling folks I was doing drugs and all of this foolishness. He just, and again, they have stolen money from me. Money. He and his wife. Trifling. And now I'm finna have to walk in there because I left my shoes in my purse in my great grandmama's bedroom. So I gotta walk all the way through the house. It's just a mess. It's genuinely a mess. Hey, Nubian Princess, what's going on? I'm gonna take y'all through here because I know y'all wanna go. But I ain't happy about it. Ooh, stay with it. Trying to push this chair in. All right, I'm gonna leave it pulled out because that ain't my business. Let me get over here to this light. Where's the light? Where did I put the light? Where did I put the light? Like I just left the light. Okay. I know that feeling. I can't stand. Child, I got a couple. That's the church. Let me just take y'all. This used to be the house. It's now the church. Pulpit, got the drums, the baptismal pool, the screens, all that. It's nice. It's real nice. I ain't gonna take y'all out to the lobby. And now we finna go down. I'll show y'all what used to be the garage. This used to be an office up to where this curtain is. And then this was the garage. It's now the little reception hall. It's real cute. This used to be my great-grandparents' house. They turned it into a church and moved down yonder. Now I'm going into what was their bedroom. It's now my granddaddy's office. It's the original fireplace. Yeah, it's a hefty size house. Oh, here are my shoes. But my purse. My purse is still yonder. All right, going through one door. And this is all what was added. Office back yonder, y'all. It ain't straight up. This is a photograph of the family. And now I'm in the house. Hey, say hey to YouTube.
Where you been?
Down yonder.
Where down yonder?
In the church.
Oh, that make you look white.
It would make you look white too.
Not me.
You're the same color. Yes. Yes. It don't matter.